Hey guys, welcome to today's video. We're going to be doing one of those trendy 90s blowouts that we all know and love. They have awesome volume and really pretty layers. My hair is the same length as Rachel's in Friends, so it's going to turn out something like this. So if you're looking for that ultimate throwback, this is the video for you. So today we're going to be using this hot round brush hair dryer. It's off-brand, but it's very similar to the Revlon One Step hair dryer. It's got different heat settings, cool and hot, so you can choose which one you'd like. And then we will also be using this product. It is the Aveda Smooth Infusion Style Prep Smoother. It's heat activated, all natural, organic. It leaves my hair looking amazing and smooth and frizz-free. And then lastly, we will also be using this paddle brush. It's got semi-hard bristles just to get the tangles out, but not enough to damage our hair. We're gonna start with damp hair. I just got out of the shower, so mine is clean, but it doesn't have to be. We're gonna take our product and use about a dime-sized amount like that. And we are going to work it all throughout our hair, focusing mainly on the ends like so, but you can spread it to the top of your head as well, just because it's so good at preventing frizz and tangles, and it'll leave us looking shiny and smooth. Next, we're going to take our paddle brush and we're going to detangle our hair and spread the product to the rest of the strands. It's really important that we brush from the bottom up to prevent breakage. When your hair is wet or damp, it's a lot more elastic and vulnerable to being stretched and snapping. So we're going to relieve that tension by getting out the knots from the bottom to the top, because we do not want frizz. We want this style as smooth as possible. I just brushed the product throughout all my hair and it looks like this. It's still pretty damp. And then we're gonna do our first section. So I'm gonna go right above my ears all the way back. And then I'm going to twist my hair up and pin it up and out of the way with an alligator clip. Then we're gonna turn our dryer on. I can do either hot or cool on this one. Personally, I'm gonna use hot because the product I used is a heat protectant, but if you're using a different product and worried about heat damage, you can use cool. First, we're gonna dry our roots by holding the dryer to them for a couple seconds, both above and under our section. And then we are going to start making that flip shape. So you're gonna place the barrel on top of the section and wrap your hair up and over the barrel. We're gonna pull the dryer down to our ends and keep twisting and rotating the dryer. You can start to see the shape, but we're just gonna brush it down, flip the ends up and over, and then twist and pull down. Just keep making that twist motion so that it keeps heating and drying the ends around the barrel. And we can also wrap it all the way up back to our roots and pull down to eliminate the frizz and create smoothness. The last motion we can do is holding the dryer up near the top of our roots and then just keeping it in place and twisting it so the hair wraps itself around, and then just pulling down while also twisting. It's starting to create that beautiful flip shape, and then we're just gonna do the same thing on the other side and in the back. Alright, so now that we have that done, we're going to take our next section. We're going to go from our temples all the way back. And again, clip it up and out of the way with the alligator clip. And we're just going to do the same exact thing that we did on the bottom, making sure to dry our roots a little bit and then make that classic flip out shape. This is what it looks like in the back, in case you were wondering. It's the same exact shape as the sides, and this is usually how I hold it. Alright, so after some fiddling and just making sure everything is laying the right way, we're going to take our last section. It's about half of our hair. We're going to take our paddle brush and ever so gently brush it forward so that it will eventually lay on top of our face. It's kind of like moving a ponytail from the base of your skull to the top of your head, just gently detangling and pushing it forward so that it lays on our face. After getting it all in front of our face and tucking the part we already did behind my ears, I'm going to split it into thirds, starting with the back, just gently detangling it and then brushing it a little bit to make sure it's perfectly smooth and that there are no knots and it's going all in the same direction. And then we are going to do the same motion. Here I'm just drying my hair a little bit because this is where the majority of the wetness is. So we're still drying our roots. We are going to make the exact same motion that we did for the rest of the sections by laying the brush on top and then curling it over and back. So we're ultimately going to create that same flipped U shape away from our face. It just looks a little different because it's angled differently. With this backmost section, I tend to go straight up to get the most volume, but you can see we're starting to make that shape again. After one more run through, you can see this beautiful shape that we're creating, and we're just going to take that section and push it to the back of our head, and you can see tons of volume in just that section from going straight up. And we're going to take the rest of our hair, make sure to get all the damp hair, and make sure it's going all the same direction. Give it another brush just to make sure all the knots are out and it's fully detangled and heading in the same direction. Now we're going to create our final two sections by splitting this in half, again horizontally across our head. And then we're going to do the exact same thing, drying our roots a little bit. This one we angle a little bit more forward, but ultimately it's still straight up. Putting it back to our head, and then this last section I go right over my face so that we get ultimate volume when we push it back, and I'm just making sure everything is in the same direction, that the roots are dry. But this is essentially the final result. You can see that the bottom layer is flipped out and the top is kind of flipped under, so we get those contrasting shapes. You can take your brush and just gently brush out the curls, doing that little flip with the wrist to make sure we get the shape we want. But yeah, this is the final result. We have this lovely 90s blowout inspired by Rachel from Friends and tons of celebrities that have this beautiful, smooth, sleek, tangle-free look. This Aveda product that we used leaves us perfectly frizz-free, adds tons of shine and smoothness. So now we can just enjoy our beautiful 90s blowout for the rest of the day. It'll even last until you wash your hair next, but enjoy the results. We have tons of volume and bounce, and this look looks amazing with feathered layered cuts like the popular butterfly cut that's going on right now. But even if you don't, you get these wonderful waves at the ends of your hair and this perfect smooth blowout. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you next time.